Welcome to AgriVista, where we explore topics in agriculture. I'm Joshua Tigges, a digital media major at Buena Vista University. Today, I'm joined by a very unique guest. Cody Berens is not only a current BVU student, but he has started his own farming operations as well. Today, we are going to be exploring how starting a business reduces potential income from outside employment. Cody, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, the reason we were so interested in having you on AgriVista is because you have actually started your own farming operations as a current BVU student. So I'm curious, why did you decide to put crops in the ground, or what led to this decision?
So my ultimate goal in life is to farm after graduation. I want to add on to what my dad has already started in his life and create our farm and make it as big as possible. That's my goals in life. Well, in order to do that, the government has this thing called the first-time farmers and loan. And this loan, you need to show profit for 3 years. And we were talking, my dad and I were talking this winter, and I was like, well, what can I do to get my foot in the door for this? And he says, well, me and you can split what your grandma owns, and we can rent half and half, and then that'll show profit for this year, and we can do that for 2 more years after this, and then you can go apply for your own first-time farmer's loan, and we could go find you a piece of land to start farming yourself.
So some people say that when you start a business such as your new farm, it reduces potential income from outside employment. So can you explain what that means exactly?
So, instead of going out and working your fields, you can be sitting in an office or at a CPS or something like that, and going out and making money through other means, such as other jobs. And when you're farming, you don't have the time to do that. You need to be in the field during the springtime, getting all of your chemicals in, your fertilizers in, all of the seeds in the ground. You just don't have time to go and spend time other places making money in other places. So when you're farming, you gotta basically dedicate as much time as you can to that farm until you feel comfortable enough that you can take a little break.
Yeah, and talking about that breaks or other experiences, in addition to farming, I also understand that you're working for BVR Drones this summer as an intern. So can you explain how that principle applies here as well?
Yeah, so BVR Drones is a student-ran business. There's 2 people that are overseeing me and my coworker, but me and my coworker are trying to drum up all the business ourselves. We're doing all the work ourselves, so our supervisors are obviously giving us something like advice and stuff, but it's all of us, all of our stuff we've learned through years of class, and we're just kind of combining it and going out and doing it ourselves. And that's difficult, I'll tell you that much. It's not a cakewalk, that's for sure.
Yeah, but through that difficulty, I'm sure it's given you a bunch of valuable experience to ultimately roll over into what you hope to achieve in your future as well.
Yes, for sure. I've learned so much the past summer about what to do and what not to do when you're running your own business, and I'll definitely carry that through the rest of my life.
Now, do you have an example off the top of your head of one of those kind of key lessons you've learned of what to do or not to do as you ultimately start up your own farming operations?
One thing I did learn from BVR Drones is when you're going out in the sales world, you need to know your customer, and you got to go out and cater to what your customer's needs are. And that was a big learning curve, and I could probably bring that into my farming life too, because people are always going to need food. So selling corn and soybeans, you need to go to the elevators and try and cater to what they need, along with what they need to cater to what we need as farmers.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and I think that goes to prove that with starting any business, especially in the agricultural field, that it's all about sacrificing current time and money for potential future profits. So Cody, thank you so much for joining us today, and I wish you the best as we approach the harvest season.
Thank you.
As for all of you, thank you for joining us on another edition of AgriVista. If you want to learn more about the BV's Ag program, visit www.bvu.edu. Remember, at Buena Vista University, we are building your future in agriculture, one experience at a time.